All right, where are you watching from? Tell me where you're watching from. Mombasa, Winnie. Watching from UK, Omega, I can see you. Florida, US, Iraq. Oh, Nimo is in Iraq. All right. Lavington, I can see you. Minnesota, Kigali, Rwanda, Meru. All right. Moise Bridge, Kitale, South Africa. I see you. All right. Okay, one more person. Tell us where you're watching from. All right. Austria. This is Cameroon. All right. Qatar, Doha. All right. So, guys, let's talk about when you need to do the uncomfortable thing of turning down a friend's request or terminating an assistance. Oh, can we start by saying some friends who get so close and because they are the opposite sex, they begin to suggest romance? It's one of the most awkward situations you have to deal with. If a friend suggests you become romantic, you take it more than friends, and you don't feel the same, that is a very risky thing to that relationship because it might not go back to what it was after that line is crossed. But if you handle it well, the friendship can continue. So if you think you are not meant, destined to have romance between the two of you, and this friend has brought it up, it's an awkward and embarrassing situation. It puts you in a very weird, bad place. So what you're supposed to do is do not over prolong the tension because that person has sparked tension. It's no longer free. All right? So what you're supposed to do is think quickly. Think quickly. Do you think this is the right direction? If you feel your gut instinct, no, this is not the right. Now, put them off politely by saying, for us to be more than friends and share this wonderful connection we have. But sincerely, I don't feel that way. Sincerely, I don't want us to go that direction. I suggest you continue as friends, helping each other through life. So, walking through life. And once you say that, the person will be disappointed, obviously. But how they handle the disappointment is what shows their maturity. So if they say, okay, I would rather not hang around you anymore, it's too painful, let me just distance myself, respect that and let them go. The friendship has served its purpose, it has come to its time. But if they say, okay, I'm happy also, we have something and we're helping each other, it's okay, let's continue as friends. Mature, the friendship continues. So the romantic component should be handled quickly without prolonging the tension. Do not accept because you're afraid of disappointing them. When it comes to love affairs, disappointments are inevitable. When it comes to friendships, disappointments are inevitable. Now let's go to this other kind of assistance where you've been assisting, you have such a friendship with this person, maybe from campus, from high school, from church, from some place. You navigated through life together. You fought battles of life. You lifted each other like brothers, like sisters, like brother, like sister. You journeyed together, you lifted each other, you journeyed together, you helped each other. Let's say you have reached a place where this person is a part of your journey, a part of your story, a part of how you will not have come this far without them. All right? Let's say this is a kind of person who, you know each other. You fought through each other's relationships. You helped each other think through jobs. You saw each other. You prayed through, encouraged each other. Your best moments and your lowest moments. You've been with this person. You're so blessed to have journeyed with this person this far. Now, at some point, maybe after you finish schooling, you housed them. You accommodated them as they look for job, as they establish themselves in business. You accommodated them. Or you started assisting them financially. You got ahead of them financially and you started assisting them in some way. You gave them some job, invited them to live with you. Or you are giving them a stipend every month. You started giving them an assistance. But now circumstances have changed and you need to stop the assistance. That is the tricky part. You need to ask them to get out of your house. Ooh. You need to ask them that you can't continue to support them anyway. You cannot continue. This is a very trying moment. You're so conflicted because you don't turn each other down. The way you've come far, but maybe in the previous some years, the relationship has also been a little bit rocky, or a little bit dry, a little bit strained, or you started diverging. Maybe. But be that as it may, let us factor the relationship you've had so far. When you have to say no to a friend who is special to you, you shall invoke the following principle, that true friendships are tried during trying times. You have assisted them so far, and because of a feeling you have, circumstances, a change that has become necessary, times have changed, you need to stop the assistance, approach them and communicate exactly that way. Under the following principle. If your friendship still has a future, they will understand and appreciate so far, and they'll put themselves in your shoes and understand and adjust accordingly. They will leave your house and they will not have any bad feelings. They will look for somewhere to live, and you will assist them how you can. They will understand and seek assistance elsewhere without getting angry, because you have assisted them anyway. They will understand as well as you would have understood yourself. They will be very empathetic. And they will appreciate that this is another journey we are going into. All right? If they do that, your relationship has a future. That person is still mature, you're still thinking alike. But if they act badly, react badly, say that you are betraying them, they start complaining, it means that relationship has come to an end, has come to end. This person is no longer understanding, no longer appreciating circumstances, no longer seeing the bigger picture. He's now blaming you. He's no longer appreciating, no longer thankful. He's trying to put you in a fix, trying to exploit you. This relationship has become parasitic. All right? Parasitic, and they're beginning to use you and not appreciate circumstances when they change. So once it reaches there, that's the time to let them go. Let the relationship die a natural death. Is it painful? It's heartbreaking to lose a friend you've been with for long. It's heartbreak, folks. It's nothing short of a heartbreak. When you look at the memories, when you look at how far you've come, when you remember, the markers, the high points of your relationship, the good moments, the tough times, how you prayed together, how you encouraged each other together. Losing a friend can be heartbreaking. Many people don't know it. They think heartbreak comes only from romance. Heartbreak can come from relationship, from friendship. So I want you to entertain the possibility that at some point you'll have to encounter a painful breakup with a friend who has ceased to think like you are no longer rhyming. Another angle to this dynamic I want you to pay attention to is that apart from this heartbreak, the fact that you have to part ways, the fact that people have to make difficult adjustments is a principle of life. In friendships, in jobs, in everything. Transitions are mandatory. Circumstances change like they have changed now, and you can't avoid it. You try to suppress telling your friend that you cannot continue as you have been doing, and you try to suppress it, and it is becoming impossible to suppress. Everybody who has been working can tell you, it reaches a point you can't stay in this company anymore. Reaches a point you can't stay in that church anymore. Reaches a point you can't stay in that environment anymore. So friendships are like that. There comes a time that you can't continue doing things that you've been doing. So if they react badly, it is them who are not adaptable to the inevitables of life. Don't blame yourself. These inevitables of life that require painful adjustments are inescapable. If your friend does not understand them, that's not you to blame. Understand them and feel the sorry, and then move on to make other friends. As you journey through this life, you need to exercise the gift of goodbye. To mourn, it might take you a year to mourn the loss of that friend. It can take you long to accept that it's over. You try to go back to them, the communication doesn't flow. The juice that is flowing doesn't flow anymore. They sit down and mourn and grieve the loss of the friendship. It's painful, but it's part of life. You have to cry tears, not once, not twice. And you're saying an eternal goodbye. You'll never have that connection again. You know it's done. You remember the nights you talked, the hopes you had, how you connect, the wonderful bond. It's painful, but you can't help it. This person is no longer adaptable, no longer mature. Maybe they have become relaxed, lazy, or their values have so changed, or they are resisting the connection with you, or they started dating another person who is against you. They hooked up with a person who is separating them from you. What can you do? What can you do? They married a person who is distancing them. Accept this reality. Grieve. It's a real loss. But hey, look forward. Life by definition is movement. By definition, life itself is motion. It's change. Be adaptable. Feel what you need to feel, but keep on moving. Don't grieve until you crash or die there. But keep on going. Even you yourself, one day you'll have to exit this earth. That's how exits and entries are mandatory in this life. So if it comes to a point where you have to say goodbye to a friend, do it. Do it. Thank you, folks.